real soon. No pictures.
I think we're going to do a few of these Flurry Fridays where I'm talking about sort of the culture that we're trying to create here. One of the reasons I do that is we're coming up on CGDC. That conference has me thinking a lot about the culture and the formation of Soma games and kind of what we had intended here. So today I want to talk about striving, and it's something that we've talked about before, I think on Flurry Friday, but certainly in other videos. And there is a proverb, I think it's 10:22, that says that the Lord's blessing enriches, but struggle adds nothing to it. In fact, I just read that the other day and was really struck by it. And at the same time, we had something really, really cool fall in our lap. Something that probably by the time you get a chance to see this video, we'll probably be able to talk about. Maybe not quite there, but close. And I was really struck by this notion that we could have never made this opportunity happen on our own. It would have been impossible. We couldn't have planned for it. We couldn't have created it. Instead, we just received it. But there's this place where opportunity and preparedness meet is an old saying, and that's at that crossroads where success happens, or what the stranger would call luck. But there's this thing called favor, which is better than luck, that is embodied in that verse that is the opposite of striving. And I want to be clear, there's a good kind of striving where we seek excellence, where we are actively engaged in sort of, making our lives better and trying to be good at our craft, that sort of thing. That kind of striving is good. It's the drivenness that is so common in American culture that I'm talking about, and frankly I'm rejecting. It's that kind of striving that makes us think that we can create our future independent of what is going on. And you know what? For folks who are familiar with this blog, we call that God. But you might call it the universe or luck or whatever else. And it's something that we're all aware of, that sometimes we all catch a break that we could have never prepared for. The question is whether or not we could deliberately live in a place and choose to act in such a way that we are waiting for those breaks, expecting them to come, and not living in that place that is all rush, anxious, trying to make something happen, trying to arrange for our own success, our own pleasure, our own, our own medication from the things that hurt us. I think we can, and we choose to. I think at Soma what we're trying to say is that we choose to live there on purpose because it's peaceful. And I think, although I couldn't prove it, I think that living with that attitude actually attracts more of it. That when we live in such a way that we expect or at least hope for favor, we often find it, and we find more of it. And more to the point, when it arrives, we recognize it, and that's huge. Knowing the difference between an opportunity and a temptation. It's easy to see something come across your desk and you think it's an opportunity, but somewhere in the back of your head you know that it's a distraction. Because remember, you always say no to something else the minute you say yes to this. So that's what I'm thinking about today. I'm thinking about favor, and I'm thinking about that our struggle maybe doesn't add anything to it. But I'm also thinking about a different proverb. I think it's a proverb. The war horses are prepared for battle, but the victory belongs to the Lord. We know the war horses have to be prepared. That's practice. That's hard work. That is perseverance. That is all the stuff that we do to be ready for the moment. It's just that when the victory comes, we need to know where it comes from. So that's my Soma culture piece today. It's a little bit off sort of current events and what we're working on, but I think we're going to have some current events for you real soon here that will be directly related to this, and we'll get a chance to talk about it. But in the meantime, I hope you gel on that, and I hope that makes sense, and we'll talk to you later.